Now it's recording. Point it at me. Alright. My name is Ryan Spear, and I'm going to show you how to field strip and clean a firearm, or in this case, a handgun. This is a 9mm Smith & Wesson Sigma. I want to show you how to field strip it, clean it, and put it back together. The materials you're going to need is a flat surface or a table, a cloth, a gun cleaning kit.
I got it.
A gun cleaning kit. Alright, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to check and clear the gun and make sure it's safe. The first rule when handling a firearm is treat the firearm as if it's always loaded. In this case, I want to show you how to eject it. So first thing you want to do is keep the firearm pointed in a safe direction. That's the magazine release. You're going to press that. And once you press this button, the magazine is going to come out. So I pressed it. Magazine came out. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pull back on this slide. Always keep your finger off the trigger when you're dealing with a firearm. Point it in a safe direction. You're going to pull it back. And as you can see, it is clear. So what we're going to do is pull it back and lock the slide back. One way to make sure to check and see if the gun is clear, make sure there's no rounds in it, is look directly in the chamber, or take your pinky and just put your pinky right inside there so you can feel there's nothing in there, nothing's in there, nothing obstructing it. Now, what you're going to do is, in order to field strip it, you're going to pull it back and you have to dry fire it. Dry firing it is just pulling the trigger. Now, we already checked to make sure it was unloaded. There's nothing wrong in there. So, we're going to pull it. You heard that click. Release it. This right there, we're going to be pressing those downward. So, in order to take the slide off, we have to pull the gun back a quarter of the way. Hold these tabs down that I'm pressing right here. You're going to hold them down. You're going to release it, and it should. Nope. See, the trick is you're going to pull it back, pull your slide back a little bit, press and hold these slides down, and it's going to come. The slide's going to come right off. That easy, that simple. Now, I want to show you again.
Watch your hand, because it's hard to see sometimes with your hand.
Right.
You're blocking what you're doing.
Alright, so pull it back, pull the slide back, make sure it's clean and empty. Pull the slide back, make sure it's empty. Lock the slide back. Check it, make sure there's nothing inside it. You're going to let it go. Dry fire it if you have to. If you don't have to dry fire it, you won't need to. You're going to pull these tabs down. And as you're pulling these tabs down, you're going to pull the slide back a little bit, and then you're going to go straight forward. Then the slide comes off. Now,
show us your slide. Just put your hand in the slide for the people to see. All right, good.
This is the slide. So the slide's off, and the lower part is off. So now we separated them. I'm going to show you some of the internal components. This right here is your guide rod and spring. You're going to press up on this, and this is going to come right off. I'm going to set that aside. Now, the barrel is going to come straight out. So, you slide the barrel right out, and now you got 4 different separate parts. So again, alright, so again, you're going to push the guide rod and the spring up and out. Push the guide rod, spring up and out. You're just going to take that right off. You're going to slide your barrel. This is your barrel right here. You're going to push up on it a little bit, slide it forward, and it's going to slide directly out. So now you have your barrel. We're going to set that there, and then you have your slide. This is your slide. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to set that right there. And with your gun cleaning kit, what you're going to need a solution. This is Hops number 9 gun cleaner. This is to clean it, take all the grime, the rust off, grime, crust, and all the other dirty stuff. and the carbon off it. This is lubricating oil. So this is Hops lubricating oil. You're going to use this, and I'm going to show you how all three of these components work. And another thing you need this is another gun cleaning kit. So the one thing you really need in order to clean your guns is you're going to need some patches. You can buy these for about $1.99, $2 is a box. We're going to take a couple of these gun cleaning. All it is just cloth. So you're going to take your gun cleaning cloths and you're going to take a rod, the right rod, and you're going to attach the rod and this funny looking thing here. All that does is just going to screw on. After you screw it on, you're going to take one of your cloths and you're going to thread it right through. After you thread it through, you manage to pull it all the way through if you can. Now we got a cleaning cloth. What you're going to do is pull it right through. Now you're going to take your solution and your gun cleaning solution. You're going to open it and you're going to dip your cloth, already attached to the rod, inside the solution. After it's in the solution, pull it out. And what you're going to do is you're just going to take the rod already on it and you're going to push it directly through the barrel. Now, the reason why we need a cloth or something like this old shirt is because a lot of times when you're pushing it through, there we go, it tends to drip, as you can see. So it's going to take the rod, push it in and out a couple of times, 1 or 2 times, that's all. And then you're going to take it, set your rod aside. Now, after you already dip it in, you could take your rod, take your rag, rub on the barrel. You want to clean this part right here, because when you fire a firearm, when you take it to the gun range, this part right here gets real nasty and dirty. So you're going to clean that, set it aside, take your rag, and you're going to wipe all inside here, just like that. And you're going to, when you're cleaning it, you just want to rub all in here, still with the solution already on the rag. Just going to rub it along the side. Because the solution is good not only for cleaning internally, but externally. And when you clean internally, as mine's been sitting a while, it's going to get all the rust. It's going to get all the rust off. It's going to make it nice and clean. It's going to put a nice little coating on it. So you can run on it, rub your rag on it. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a lot of solution on this rag, and I like to clean every part. So you fire a firearm. Inside of it, right here, this is where the firing pin is. The firing pin is inside this housing right here. It's going to get all dirty, black, and look like a real dark, thick carbon is always going to be built right here. So, you want to clean right there. Then you can set that aside. Take your guide rod and spring. Most firearms don't have the guide rod and spring already built onto it, but mine does. So, another thing is, you want to clean all this off, get all that old oil, old grease off. That's one of the main reasons why you want to clean your gun. You want to keep it nice and fresh. Just in case in the event you have to use it, it won't jam up on you. It won't
misfire.
Alright, take that, set it aside. Another thing you can do is, when you fire your gun, you always want to clean the side here, because this gets dirty too. So, just take your rag, rub it on, all good. Now, you're going to take your second cloth, and you're going to dry. You're going to dry everything out. You're just going to dry and wipe, that's it. So, take your nice clean rag that's not dipped in a solution, just going to wipe it. And I'm going to wipe inside here. And I should have showed you this first, but after you go through the barrel with it a couple times with your solution, take your dry clean rag and go in and out the barrel a couple times. Now everybody does it differently, so just take it. You want to push in and out a couple of times. And that's it. So after you got your rag, clean it, wipe the solution off everything. Wipe your slide off. After you wipe the slide off, wipe all internally off. You want to make sure it's nice and dry because you're going to oil this up. Alright, so that's all done. Now your guide rod and spring, when you want to dry it up, because you're going to oil this up. It's important you have these parts oiled up. Alright, so set that aside, take your rag, you're going to wipe it all down, wipe the side of it. Now what you want to do is, you want to take your lubricating oil. After you take your lubricating oil, shake it up a little bit. This right here, this is your trigger. You want to spray that part right there to make it nice and oiled so it doesn't jam up on you. So you want to spray inside here, spray all this. So you just want to spray it once. That's it. Spray it, take your rag you just used, wipe it down. Wipe the side of it down. Now, the more oil, you could use a lot of lubricating oil, you could use little lubricating oil. Now, one thing is a lot of people don't know is, the more lubricating oil you use, you don't want to drown it. Because if you drown it, the oil is just going to stay there. You want to wipe all the excess oil off. So you take it, wipe the oil around, and you're good. Now, you don't want to wipe all the oil completely off. As you can see, you may not be able to see, but there, all that is just sprayed with lubricating oil. We'll take that, set that aside. Now, your guide rod and spring. You can set it on a surface like I am. It's important you have this lubricated, because if it's not lubricated, it can get rusty and it can damage. If it damages and breaks, it's probably going to cost you around maybe $25, $50 to replace it. So you want to take your lubricating oil, give it a nice little spray, and that's it. After you spray it, you can dab it down a little bit, set it aside. Now, you don't want to lubricate any of this. Another good thing about the lubricating oil is, before I put this apart, another good thing about the lubricating oil is a lot of lubricating oil actually protects your gun. So, like right here on my slide right here, give it a little dab of oil, spray it a little bit with oil, and just rub it on. Because when you rub it on, it actually will protect your gun a little bit. Or protect it from the elements, keep it nice, lubricate it. So, wipe it off, wipe it down, or you can take your shirt. See, now it's nice clean. It's nice, clean, and shiny. Now, you want to take your slide. Make sure it's faced it in a nice direction, because you always want to treat your firearm like it's loaded. Take your barrel, slide your barrel directly in there. Now, you want to take your guide rod and spring. Guide rod and spring goes directly on there. Now, you want to push your guide rod and spring in, and then push it down. So it sits on the barrel, just like that. Now, you want to take your lower, line it up. You can't see that. See it's how it's lined up. You want to take it. You want to slide it. pull it, let it go. Now, I can pull on this all I want, and I know it's not going to come off. See? Shows you we did a good job cleaning it. Now I got the slide lock back, and we're ready to lock it up. So we'll take our corded lock. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can take your lock, slide it all the way down the barrel, pull it through, and I can lock it. This will prevent it from anybody using it. That's one way I can do it. Or I could take my cable and slide it all the way up through the magazine, magazine housing, take it, and lock it. And this is how I'm going to lock it. Lock it, make sure it's locked, it's locked. Always, when you hold it, make sure you hold a firearm, keep it pointed in a safe direction. As you can see, my finger's out on the trigger. Always keep your finger off the trigger. That's a safety reason. So, now it's locked. Can't get to it. And now we're going to put it right back in the box where we got it from. I'm going to put it in the box. Put our magazines in there. Take these batteries off. Take the key. Put the key in our pocket. And put it back in our case and lock it up. Alright, and now that concludes on how you field strip, clean a firearm, and put it back together. This is what we did was we cleaned it, we took it apart, we cleaned it, we put it back together. Now every firearm is different, so you want to read your owner's manual for your firearm manual and figure out how you take it apart and how you clean it. So every firearm is different. This is just how we would do the Smith & Wesson Sigma 9mm. Now, all the different calibers are going to be different, but pretty much the same. So that concludes our video. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.
All right. Checking to make sure I did good. I think I got it good. You want to do it early?